Hello everyone, I'm Ing Yum. Welcome to the Candlelight Tales channel. Here on this channel, I share captivating novels and stories. If you enjoy reading or listening to stories, you're very welcome here. And if you like my content, please remember to subscribe, share, and give it a like. Now, without further delay, let's dive into today's story. In the previous episode, we learned that Wesley and Bai Su discovered a survivor named Dean on the frozen Earth. Through the help of a translation device, they learned that in the year 2464, a catastrophe struck the planet. A massive sunspot covered the sun, and the sun began emitting deadly radiation. Chaos erupted on Earth. Some suppressed the truth. Some seized spacecraft to flee. Some hoarded resources and built private armies to dominate others. On the fifth day after the sunspot appeared, the end arrived. Perhaps humanity, in its desperation, used nuclear weapons. Perhaps the sun itself exploded, altering gravity and throwing Earth out of its orbit, leaving it drifting, frozen, in a lonely corner of the universe. People from 3 different eras now stood together, determined to leave this desolate Earth and search for a future elsewhere. Dean, Gudapeng, Geli, and Falazzi repaired the ship using whatever resources and power systems they could salvage. Their hope was simple: encounter another cosmic shockwave that might return them to their own times. As for Dean, following them into the unknown was far better than remaining alone on a dead world. According to the history Dean had read, Gudapeng and his spaceship had disappeared while flying toward the sun. Up to the year 2464, neither he nor his ship ever reappeared. Did that mean Gudapeng could never return to his era? Or did he return to some unknown time and live in secrecy? Encountering a cosmic shockwave was pure luck. And returning to one's own era was even more unlikely. Still, anything was better than staying on a lifeless Earth. Since Wesley and Bai Su could not help with repairs, they took the small craft and continued exploring. On a distant ice plain, they found another metal rod. Wesley pulled it out easily. And with it came an attached metal plate. Beneath the rod was a hidden underground chamber, containing a massive astronomical telescope. Wesley and Bai Su climbed inside and found a human skeleton seated before it. Beside the skeleton lay a notebook filled with writing they could not understand. To the left of the telescope was another device. The skeleton's hand still rested on a button, as if pressing it had been his final act. Curious, Wesley pressed the button, fulfilling the man's last intention. The underground chamber lit up. A screen flickered to life, showing a close-up view of the sun. A vast red sphere. A gigantic sunspot covered more than half its surface. Along its edges, columns of gas spiraled upward. The sunspot shifted shape and color, darkening and lightening in slow pulses. These instruments had recorded the sun's condition just before Earth's destruction. Exactly as Dean had described. They brought the notebook back to the ship and told the others what they had seen. Dean examined the notebook and explained. It belonged to Bai, one of the greatest scientists of his era. And likely the skeleton they had found. Using the translation device, Dean read Bai's final entry. The sunspot has engulfed the entire sun. Its expansion was sudden. In an instant, the sun vanished. Earth is rapidly leaving its orbit. The temperature is falling. Ice will cover everything. I must end my life here. I only hope that someday, someone will see what I have recorded about the sun's final transformation. Wesley and Bai Su then led the others to the underground chamber. They crowded around the screen, watching the sun's final moments. Along the sunspot's edge, a chain of explosions erupted. Gudapeng muttered. This is artificial. Someone triggered a small nuclear explosion on the sun. It ignited the sun's ancient nuclear reactions, causing them to grow exponentially. This is exactly what I once wanted to do, harnessing the sun's power. This is not natural. Whether he was right, no one would ever know. The recording could not answer the mystery. They watched the sun's destruction. Just as Bai had written, it happened in an instant. Within a second, the sun turned pitch black, then dissolved into a cloud of vapor, and vanished. Moments later, a strange sight appeared. Mars shot across the screen at incredible speed. Then other planets followed, streaking past faster and faster. So fast they could not even identify them. Sometimes, they saw planets collide and explode into blinding light. They were stunned. They were not witnessing the destruction of Earth alone. They were witnessing the destruction of the entire solar system. Every planet had been torn from its orbit and flung into the void. Gradually, fewer celestial bodies appeared. Finally, the screen showed nothing but deep blue space. If the explosion on the sun had been man-made, its final outcome destroyed both the attacker and the attacked. No one could benefit from the annihilation of the solar system. After watching this terrifying record, everyone fell silent. At last, Gudiping spoke. "We should get back to work." They carried whatever useful equipment they could salvage back to the ship. Wesley and Bai Su continued exploring in the small craft. With no sun or moon, there was no day or night. They took turns resting. After circling the Earth once, they returned to the spaceship. The other 4 had nearly completed their preparations. Now, 6 people from 3 different eras, brought together by fate or by some mysterious cosmic force, stood united, ready to journey into the unknown. The ship carried enough supplies to last them a lifetime. But who knew when they might encounter another cosmic shockwave? If they never did, would drifting endlessly through space be even more unbearable than facing the end of the world? The ship flew onward. With new components installed, it was faster than before. Yet after 4 months, they still had not escaped the deep blue void. Space outside remained eerily calm. The shockwave they longed for never came. On the last day of the 5th month, they finally saw something new on the screen. A vast cloud of pale gray gas. Excited, they passed through it. Analysis showed the cloud was composed mainly of gaseous nickel. To vaporize nickel requires temperatures of nearly 3,000 degrees Celsius. Fortunately, the ship's hull could withstand the heat. Otherwise they would have become part of the cloud themselves. 10 days later, they saw another planet. It was elongated, glowing with a dim gray light. Its surface was covered with an unknown gas. Its gravity was similar to Earth's, making landing feasible. After a brief discussion, they decided to descend and investigate this strange world. Gudipeng piloted the spaceship closer. The planet was surrounded by a pale blue atmosphere. Beneath it lay countless glowing crystals. Geli scanned the surface with various instruments. The temperature was extremely low, far below freezing. As they approached, a massive plaza appeared on the screen. It was paved entirely with luminous crystals. On the plaza rested numerous spacecraft-like vehicles. Startled, Gudipeng activated a protective field. A purple glow surrounding the ship, generated by high-voltage energy. It could withstand meteor storms. But whether it could withstand the weapons of this planet's inhabitants was unknown. Falazzi shouted. "We should turn back, this planet has people." Geli's face turned pale. "We're searching for cosmic shockwaves. We shouldn't land here." But Gudipeng remained calm, hands steady on the controls. The spaceship landed smoothly. They donned cold-resistant suits and oxygen masks. Gudipeng opened the hatch, and they descended onto the plaza using their flight belts. The plaza was clearly artificial. Each crystal tile measured 10 square feet. Before they could examine the crystals, Wesley felt something. A voice speaking inside his mind. He didn't hear it with his ears, he felt it. Judging by the others' expressions, they felt it too. The message was, "Welcome to Eternal Star." To Wesley and Bai Su, the voice was in Chinese, their mother tongue. To Gudipeng and the others, it was English. Dean heard it in his own language as well. Then came another message. "Welcome to Eternal Star. You are the first visitors to our world." Wesley spoke aloud. We arrived here by accident. If you welcome us, where are you? A gentle, harmless laughter filled their minds. Do not worry. We mean no harm. We are eternal beings. We cannot be harmed, and we do not harm others. Wesley murmured. Eternal beings? What does that mean? Gudapeng said. If you mean no harm, then show yourselves. Why hide? The reply came instantly. We are all around you. They looked around, nothing. They were all stunned. They looked around in every direction, but there wasn't a single creature in sight. Could these beings, who claimed to exist eternally, be microorganisms too small to be seen with the naked eye? Gudapeng was practically roaring. He shouted, "Where are you? Why can't I see you? How big are you? What do you look like? What are you?" They all received the same reply. We are, in fact, nothing, and we have no appearance. For a moment, none of them could comprehend the idea of a living being that has no appearance and is nothing. Then they sensed another message. Please believe first that we mean you absolutely no harm. After that, we will show you something. And we hope you will not be alarmed. The Eternal Star beings brought Wesley and the others to a museum to show them their evolutionary history. This history began 7.6 billion years ago, and even at that time, they were already able to observe conditions on Earth, which lay 500,000 light-years away. The technology of the Eternal Star people was clearly far more advanced than that of Earth. Throughout their long evolutionary process, they retained only the most essential organs. All secondary organs gradually degenerated. Eventually, they reached the most crucial step toward eternity. They needed only to preserve a portion of their central nervous system, just enough to emit brainwaves and command everything. Apart from this organ, all others had withered away. Any unnecessary organ would only consume energy and could not exist eternally. In the end, they evolved to the point where their brainwaves could exist independently, in a free-floating state. Now Wesley and the others finally understood what the beings meant when they said they are nothing and have no appearance. Although the Eternal Star people no longer had bodies, they possessed immense abilities. They could push their entire planet to the edge of the galaxy, into the eternal outer cosmos. Free from the constraints of physical organs, they never felt hunger or fatigue, and they could travel freely at the speed of radio waves. That was why, the moment Wesley and the others landed, the Eternal Star beings were already beside them. The Eternal Star people were very friendly. If the visitors wished to stay, they would be treated with kindness. But all 6 of them expressed their desire to continue their journey, to keep searching for the cosmic shockwave. Even the highly advanced Eternal Star people knew little about it. They would have to rely on themselves to continue their exploration of the universe. If luck was on their side, perhaps they would once again encounter the mysterious cosmic shockwave. In the next episode, we'll see what new dangers await them in their voyage through space. Friends who care about Wesley and Bai Su, stay tuned. If you enjoy my channel, remember to like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. Thank you all for your support. Goodbye.